10, 15,
Ah!
20.
There's Shelob.
5 and 30. And let's see. 1, 2, 5, 10.
Oh, good Lord.
Sure, she's just out of range. Shelob has cast silence on the
Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, he's muted himself, so Colin, you're muted. You may know that and are unable to fix it, but you're muted.
And Ray just dropped off roll 20 again.
Yeah, I've got.
Here we go.
I ran a speed test and I'm running at 0.001 megabits per second.
That's insane. Oh wait, this isn't a modem anymore, but yeah, acoustic modem. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah, back on.
So, Botti, or
Yes, sir.
Jaquai, if you're back, can you see roll 20, Jaquai?
No.
So you have just seen. So you're at the mouth of the entrance of the cave, and Mouse has thrown a large torch into the center of the room, and because of that, Luke walking in just initiated combat because all the spiders heard him coming, and just to the right of the room there are 2 rather small spiders that just spat some frost-like venom at Luke. One missing, the other one hitting and doing some damage to him. And one to the left has just spat at Mouse and missed. But then, just as they had acted, a rather large spider, probably about 5 times the size of the other 3, has just entered view as it walked itself towards the torch area right in front of you. And you are currently behind Botti, Luke, and Mouse, who are at the entrance to this cavern. What would you like to do?
The smart thing to do would be to run.
Yes. I glance back and see you sort of
looking up
towards the door.
Looking up towards the. All right. So do I have a clear shot at any of the spiders?
You would have to move forward some. With the darts, you have a range of 20. So you're currently 5, 10, 15, 25 from the nearest
So I'm 20 to 60.
Yeah, but 60 you'd have to roll. If it's over 20, you have to roll at disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
So if you get a normal roll, you have to be within 20 feet. So you'd have to walk around and pass Botti and enter into the cave.
Okay. And so entering into the cave, the small spiders are the first ones?
They're the closest ones, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, since you can't see, may I just describe a little bit? If you go forward 1 and diagonal 1 to your right, you'll be between me and Luke and directly in front of Botti.
And that'll put me within.
That'll put you out in the front, so the vanguard. There'll be 3 of us, you, me, and Luke, across in front of Botti.
Is 20? What is it? Range is 20 or 30. I'm sorry, for his darts.
20.
I think.
Yeah,
you're
he'd have to
right
move.
with it,
He'd have
right?
to do more of his full movements. If he wants to get to close range, he's got to go. He's got to sort of jump in front of me, sort of,
Yeah.
or in front of or beside me if he wants to get within 20.
And then would I have any clear room to the right or to the left of me after I take my shot?
You can move back again. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
You've got enough movement to move in, take your shot, and move back out again.
All right. I'll do that.
Okay, so we'll move you up. So are you going to stand next to Luke and Mouse in between the two, or are you going to move closer in, just beyond them?
Well, I'll move in just within the 20-foot range of my dart.
Okay, it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, so you're there. You're in between Luke and Mouse now, and off to the right with your dark vision, you can clearly see a spider on your right-hand side. One of the one that spat but missed Luke.
Okay.
So roll a d20.
Okay, with vengeance.
All right.
Extreme prejudice.
So I'm dexterity on top of this, right?
Dexterity and proficiency modifier.
All right. So 24.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit. And roll for damage, which is just whatever it says for the dart and your dexterity bonus, not your proficiency bonus.
All right. So darts.
I think it's 1d4 piercing.
D4 plus 4.
Oh yeah. So roll the d4.
So 8.
8. Yeah, you smash it.
Nice.
Actually, one shot killed that spider, so that spider is now no more.
It is not an X-spider.
Nice. Okay.
And then I'll pull back for my bonus move.
Back to where you came from, or
Yep.
right up next to the really big spider? Which one?
That's mean.
right back where you
Yeah,
go.
not that one.
The
Not
latter.
that spider. Not that spider.
Okay, so you will notice that Joquai very nimbly just hopped around Botty, sort of tipped off the side of the wall, jumped in between you and Luke, shot a dart off, almost disintegrating one of the spiders, and then hopped back out as quickly as he arrived. So it's now Botty's turn.
Botty's going to try to be brave and dash in within range that the cantrip animal friendship can be used on the big spider. If possible. And
what's the range on that?
30 feet.
Are you on roll 20? Can you see it?
Yes, I'll go.
So you should be able to grab hold of Botty and move her, and each square is 5 foot.
Let's see.
You have to move a little bit to get within 30.
Oh
no, wait, you were a little further back. That's
10,
you could
15, 20. Yeah, so that's definitely in range if you want to go there.
Is one back still within range?
Yes, one back is still in range.
Oh, I just want to be on the edge of within range.
Yeah,
So,
that's smart.
Effectiveness doesn't increase with range, right?
No, not the closer you are, it doesn't help.
Okay. All right. So I think that's a good spot for the big spider. I'd like to try to cast Animal Friendship. Effect: convince a beast you mean it no harm within range. It must see and hear me. So I don't have to just do my range. I have to consider the spider's senses as well. So I need to ask my dungeon master: can the spider see and hear me?
Well, no, it's the range of the spell. So the spell says 30 feet,
cool.
so it doesn't matter.
So if the beast has an intelligence of +4, that equals an auto fail. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by me for the duration of 24 hours.
Wisdom savings throw. That is a 12
Oof.
with a wisdom modifier of 0. And I know that your spell DC is 13. So that spider is currently charmed
Right.
by you and
Nice.
settles himself down and makes a sort of like a slight purring sensation.
In deference to spiders, that would be settles herself down.
Yeah.
I want to put a
So-
water.
And
Can I retreat?
you sorry?
Can I retreat in the same move? Get back behind my guy with the armor?
Yeah, give me 1 second. You moved 5, 10, 15. So you can move back to the exact same spot you were.
Yeah, let's do that. I was, I believe, right.
In the square just behind Luke and Mouse.
Right.
Just
So you
three
move 15
squares
foot
straight
forward
back.
and 3 squares back. And you would know this. You also have a bonus action that you can do. You have the ability to inspire somebody else. So
Oh, great.
you could pass on some inspiration either to Luke or Mouse or Jaquai to help them out in anything that they need to do. So you get,
Mm.
I think, 3 of
so-
the short rest.
So who should I inspire? Let's inspire the priest.
Definitely.
So what do you say or what do you sing to him? Do you say something inspirational or do you sing something? What would you like to say or sing?
I pull down from my deepest memory of childhood songs the greatest Nord story of triumph that Luke has ever heard, and sing it from the depths of my lungs, loud and clear, to provide him with as much muster that he can go.
The
We are
song
the
of the Nords
champions.
that totally killed that barrel of ale.
Chug, 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 it goes.
That's right. Drink, 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 drink.
So Butty relays her little story to you, and you now, Luke, you have an extra D6 that you can add to any roll, like attack roll or check. But you have to roll it before you know. You can roll it after you roll, but you have to roll it before I tell you whether it succeeds or not.
All right, cool. I feel so inspired.
And now we're back to Mouse's turn.
Okay, I am assuming that all of these spiders are clearly aware of us, correct?
Yes.
I'm looking at the small one on the left there. All right, I am going to pull out my bow and go for that little one diagonally to my left. The bow is 80, so I'm well within range.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't need to move any, right? I'm inside enough to
Yes, definitely.
I can't really quite tell where the walls are here. All right. So that is. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm rolling for damage, or am I rolling for?
You're rolling for an
Rolling
attack. So roll a
For
d20.
20-siders
Yeah,
to hit.
yeah. No, I roll the
And then,
d20 first. Yeah, so
your
it's-
dexterity
yeah,
and
proficiency.
with
11. Yeah, sorry, I just got a brain hiccup there. So 11.
With 11, I'm afraid misses. They're very small and nimble. So, he manages to just dodge out of the way, spinning a web from his ass and shooting down towards the bottom of the ground. So just avoiding your arrow.
I'm going to. Are there any boulders, rocks, anything in the near vicinity of me?
Yeah, sure. You could find something like a loose rock or stone or anything like that.
Well, something big
how
enough.
big are you talking?
I want to take a bonus action and hide. See if I can-
You would have to, with that torch going, there is no really big boulders or anything in here. And I think they have dark vision up to 60. Yeah, they have dark vision up to 60 feet and blind sight up to 10 foot. So if you're going inside the cave, you wouldn't be able to hide. You'd have to back out of the cave to hide.
No, don't want to do that. Got to stay up.
Hide behind Luke.
Yeah, but then I want to have a clear shot at anything from hide, so that wouldn't do me much good. I guess I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. So now it's Luke's turn.
Okay, so Colin, are we going to move on a diagonal?
You can move diagonally. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So in that case, then I'm gonna engage with melee, the little spider off to the right. So, oops. I need to switch to the other thing. So, all right. So diagonal is 7. So it's 7, 14, 21, and then forward 1 should be 5. So that's 26. So that should be within my move of 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just pound on it with my mace of pounding.
So that's roll a d20 and add.
Oh, good. It's a 1.
I'm singing songs of inspiration for you.
So much for your skills there, little bard.
So
my song sucked balls.
Must have been a cover version.
Now, with a 1 is a critical failure. So I'm going to say that you strike out with your mace as hard as you possibly can to try and squish this spider that's on the floor right next to you. But when you've got something rock hard in your hand and you hit something rock hard with it, like the floor that you just hit, it sends a shudder up your arm, forcing you to drop your mace.
Ouch.
So you are currently unarmed just with your shield at the moment.
Dropped his
Okay.
Did you have a bonus action or anything you want to do?
No bonus. No bonus action.
You don't? So now is the spider's turn. And luckily for that little spider, he doesn't have to move. He's now in melee action with you. And he tries to jump out and make a bite. And he rolls a 15. Because he's only a little guy, he gets +3, so that's 18 to hit.
Armor class 19, I think.
No,
hang on, sorry. No, armor class 18 with shield. So is he hit on a tie?
Yeah, he hits on a
little bugger.
So that is with a bite. Because they're only little guys, that's also a d4. So you take, 2 points of frost damage, halved by 1.
Okay. And because he has hit me with a melee attack, I will rebuke him with Wrath of the Storm.
This is the first time
he gets to make a dexterity saving throw.
Awesome. And, dexterity of +3. But he rolled a 5, so that's only an 8.
All right, so he gets to take, let's see, do I want to do my, Channel Divinity? No, I won't do it on this guy. So he gets to take 2d8. I'm going to go thunder damage. It could be lightning or thunder. I'm going to go thunder. He takes 8 points of thunder damage.
Yeah, you three watch as Luke drops his head. That the shuddering seems to go on a little bit longer than you expect after he drops his mace, and the shuddering starts spreading to the ground. And you just hear a rapturous as this spider in front of you just explodes as you see this blue light just emanating from Luke's eyes, sort of like sparking away as this spider just suddenly explodes after trying to attack Luke. It looks very,
teach
very
you to make me
cool.
drop my mace, you little shit you.
So now we have the spider's turn, and he is so our little friend here, he's now gone. And our little friend here is not too sure, but you're in his brood, so he's going to move a little further to there, right to 15, and he's going to spit at Mouse again. And no, he rolls an 8, so he misses wildly against Mouse's nimbleness. And the large spider, controlled now, charmed by Botty, doesn't move. It just sits there and relaxes, sort of like kind of preening and sort of like rough. Its incisors sort of like scrubbing up against it, and you can now see that's where the sound of the drool going on the floor, dropping on the floor was coming from. Was this spider? It was sort of like poison and drool starts dripping from its fangs. It is now Jaquai's turn.
Okay, so how many squares can I move? Because I've got a natural movement of 40.
Yeah, you got 40 movement of 40 now, so yeah, you can pretty much get anywhere all the way up to that spider and the large spider. So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So which one? So the large spider is the one that's pacified.
Yes.
And the small spider is the one we have to take out.
Yes. So you can sort of like with your full movement speed, you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. So you could get all the way up to there if you wanted to.
Okay. So I'm going to move up next to the small spider.
Right up in its grill.
And attack it with my claws.
Go for it. Roll a d20.
All right, so I rolled a 19, so that's 25.
Yeah, that definitely hits. So roll.
And now with my claws, I do a 6.
Yeah, d6, and add your dexterity modifier, not your proficiency.
Crap. There it is. All right, so I got a 3 plus 4, so 7.
7, yep.
Oh, wait, now is there also my plus 2, so 9?
No, you don't get proficiency bonus. You only get dexterity bonus and
with the claws?
Roll. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's my mistake when I was writing it out. So you don't get proficiency bonus to the damage, only to the attack.
Okay, so 7.
7, it doesn't matter. It's still, it only had 7 hit points. So, yeah, you smash right through it and rip it apart. So that one is now dead as well. So that one is gone. So now all we have left is a large spider, which everybody now knows is now charmed and not moving by Butty. And you have a bonus action, or you also have your offhand if you want to do anything with that as well. Jaquai?
All right, so I'm just going to move back to where I was.
Okay.
Because we don't need to take that spider out. It's pacified for good, right?
Nope.
For 24 hours.
24 hours.
Just 24 hours? Okay.
Yeah, we got
Fight.
Well, I'm still going to move back to where I was.
So, with that, so now it's to Butty's turn. So, Butty, so you cast a spell, you felt it engage and take, and now this spider is sort of like just sitting there, looking at you. What would you like to do?
And the other spiders have all been dispatched, correct? I don't see them on the map anymore.
Yeah, all the other spiders that you saw are now gone.
That I see. Oh, does that mean that deeper into the cave? We don't see the back of the cave, do we?
No, you don't.
How many hours have passed since I cast the spell?
It's been like 30 seconds.
Okay. Let's go deeper into the cave, guys. What do you think? You want to see what else is in here while this thing is pacified?
Yeah, that seems prudent.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Yeah,
I'll travel as far as I can deepest into the cave using my night vision to scope out what is in deeper on.
4, 5, 6, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So you can get up to where the torch is.
Okay. And I can pick up the torch and throw it again?
If you want, yeah.
Let's do that.
I'll move it.
Do I need to roll something? Like move something? What do I do?
Yeah, so now you've picked up the torch, and can you roll a dexterity check for me? Because you're not proficient with it, so just roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier, which is +3, I think.
Dexterity is 3, yes. Okay. We have 17 plus 3 is 20.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, so you chunk that all the way down to the other end of the and all the way into it, and it now opens up to. Give me a second. I grabbed the wrong thing.
Dark in here. Easy to grab.
Whoa.
And this is now.
Oh, nice.
You see?
Lots of spider webs.
And make a perception check.
Reset. Natural 19.
Wow. Yeah, so you see no spiders in here. This is all. There's also the only one left that you can see now. There's still a little tiny corner up at the top right of the cave. It's starting to sort of like dissipate the light over there. You just can't get into the very corner. You'd have to move closer to be able to see right into the corner. But from what you can see there, there's no more spiders yet. But you'd have to move closer. But you've already moved, so you can't move any more this round. So next up would be Mouse.
Let's see. So the torch is right there in the middle of the big web there.
Yeah.
So can I? Let's see.
It's now a lot darker where you are now.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if. I'm gonna move as far as I.
Guys. Sorry.
What's that?
But I forgot about that part where I'm making it darker where you were standing. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Sorry. So, boy, where should I guess I can move 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to move right up next to body here. That's my 30. Well, with the big spider pacified, there's not really much we need to do about that. If I take my bonus action and move farther in, will I be able to see, I guess, into that little dark corner that you've...
You'd have to make a perception check once you got in there, yes.
Okay, all right. I'm going to do that then. So I'm going to move another 30. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So to here. And then roll perception.
Yeah, so roll a perception check.
And that's a 22.
22. Wow. So, yeah, you see to the back of the cave, and around this area is around this area is the back of the cave, but it's open here, and just to the right of the entrances here you can see like something that's not natural, something that's man-made is right there at the back.
All right. Well,
So it looks kind of stonish, but you're not too sure what it is.
okay. Can I relay that to my? I mean, since the big spider is pacified, I can speak as loudly as necessary.
Sure.
Correct. So I can really relay all that information to my three companions there. So guys, I see something, but I don't know what it is. But there aren't any spiders that I can see at the back of the cave.
Go check that shit out.
I can't. I'm done.
Well, it's going to take us another move just to get up to you.
Yep.
So we can say now that seeing as the spider is now pacified, he's just going to go about his business, and he's going to move back over here and sort of like get back into his web that's right near where this torch is now. And you guys could say that you're out of combat, but just be wary of a bot will be able to relay this to you, that if any of you damage the spider in any way, will end the spell.
That's kind of what I figured. Yeah.
So now you're out of combat, so now you can move around freely as much as you want, or talk as much as you want with each other. But Mouse has just relayed that he's seen that at the back of the cave, there's a tunnel leading further on, and right near to where it was, just around here where he's pointing at the back of the large web, there seems to be something man-made there, not something natural in the cave.
So,
would you like to?
So if we sort of all attack the spider at once,
yeah, I was
we
wondering
get
the same
friendly
thing.
to us all at once, but we might get a bit of a free shot in. It is only a spider,
albeit a very large spider.
Yeah.
So we have let's see, it must be about 3 or 4 in the afternoon by now, and we have 24 hours. So we have time perhaps to investigate the tunnel, see what that man-made item looks like, and then perhaps take a rest, recoup any lost damage, and then come back before we go any deeper. Come back and try to attack the spider before we, hopefully alert any more enemies down the corridor there.
Or we kill the spider and then rest, and then we can go into the back without a great big honking, albeit friendly, but still large spider at our backs.
I'm down with that. Sure, let's go for it. I mean, I believe, I can't remember. Well, no, we'd have to re-roll initiative, right? But
so Colin, rule question. I mean, we would we effectively get a surprise round or a free action round if we all were prepared to act against a not in combat spider?
Right. Does he fall under my sneak attack now that he's gone into sort of, or not?
I would say, seeing as the two of you are talking about this, I would have Mouse make an intelligence check with advantage with you and Botty telling you about how the spell works, and Luke talking about sort of what he knows. So all three of you having the
All
conversation.
right, my first roll on intelligence was a natural 20.
Oh, right.
Sweet.
So yeah, you definitely know that you would definitely get a surprise attack, and you could definitely he wouldn't see it coming because he's charmed, and sort of like he doesn't see any of you as a threat. He wouldn't be tensing himself up or preparing, so you would get a definite surprise attack, and it would be a sneak attack. With a sneak attack, you'd get advantage as well. So
Plus, so I get an extra 1d6 on that.
Yeah.
Or
So my best one shot damage attack is my healing bolt spell or guiding bolt spell, and the other two remember that from being used against one of the bandits, like a streak of light that does two good. One, it gives a big shot of radiant damage, but then it also gives advantage if Mouse's sneak attack and this guiding bolt don't put it down, then the next melee attack gets advantage as well. So that's my best surprise attack, as it were.
Okay.
But I would let you go first, Mouse.
Yeah. Well, does since are we in combat now, or does Jaquai get a chance to move up closer?
No. I was definitely waiting. I'm definitely not doing anything until we sort of had agreed on a plan of action.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I would not view us as being in combat yet, right?
No, not at the moment, because he's just going about his business.
Whoa! I just went flying.
Whee!
So Jaquai is definitely into this. So Botty, what's your opinion?
While you guys are doing that, my internet's back. I'm going to hop back on the other system.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Before we kill the spider, is it possible for me to investigate if there's anything beneficial that we can reap from it? Harvesting its venom or
remember,
spiders?
part of the deal was to leave the corpses for somebody.
Oh, okay.
Was it who was it? One of the.
Well, I don't feel like many of my attacks are super powerful. It might be more useful for me to do some more bardic inspiration while you guys. Who has the best like melee attack? Would that be Jaquai with his claws?
I have him, or I have two daggers that I can use in melee.
Let me inspire.
And I want sneak attack, so we all are actually. So.
Okay, let me inspire you then, Mouse, with your double dagger sneak attacks. I will whisper the favorite lullaby your mother used to sing to you.
And I immediately burst into tears and claps on the ground, sobbing. Because she died when I was so young. No, sorry, just kidding.
She would want you to have extra damage on the spider.
Right,
sorry, but Luke still has that. You didn't use that inspiration, do you?
No, I didn't. So if we do this, and if we get this over with, and we're doing it fairly quickly,
you have one active at a time.
Okay. So I don't have to burst into tears. Good. Okay.
Yep.
Are you going to move up, Luke, or are you better at range?
I could use it. I could use the inspiration on my ranged attack.
Sure.
You already have inspiration. It lasts for 10 minutes.
That's what I mean. It would be a benefit. So rather than letting mine expire, because I could use it on an ability check or something as well.
Okay.
So yeah. So you probably have a better chance to hit with sneak than I do with my melee ranged attack. So you letting me use it is probably to the overall benefit.
Except for when it comes to crunch rolls, don't forget that Mouse seems to have a problem with that.
I got my one out of the way earlier, so I'm guaranteed to hit at this point.
All right, are we ready to go, guys?
I'm good. So I'll my deal has actually a really long range, but I'll place myself here so that I can close to melee for second round. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll go from here.
All right. And I'm going to go first.
Jaquai, do you have a sneak attack benefit or not?
No, but I do have flurry of blows. I can use a key point since we're going to have time for me to meditate to get it back, and so I'll have my claws attack and then 2 more claws attack after that.
Nice.
So I'll have a total of 3 claws attack.
All right.
Okay. So we'll let Mouse go first, then Jaquai. Well, then actually, order should be let Mouse go first with the sneak attack. Let me do the. Colin, can we call our shot since we're planning this in advance?
Yeah, definitely.
So then I can do the guiding bolt, and then that will give Jaquai an attack benefit on his melee attack. So that's probably the right order.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, I am going.
Potty, what are you doing?
That's right. My inspiration can only be used once.
Well, well, it's a bonus action anyway. So do you have a missile attack? Do you have a ranged attack?
I picked a bow and arrow up.
Yeah,
there you go.
So you want to go with
I
that?
have 8 arrows in my inventory. So let's use that bow and arrow I picked up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Usually with a bow and arrow, you do. What's your bow and arrow do? Mouse. Yours is 1d8 piercing, isn't it?
No, mine. It's 1d6.
1d6. So your bow, because you got it off of that bandit who did not take care of his weapons and did not have really good arrows, you do a 1d4 damage with your bow and arrow. Botty.
Okay. A D4.
It's a little pyramid, or you can use Roll20.
Yeah. 3. It looks like there.
Well, you haven't hit yet.
Yeah, you haven't attacked yet. You're all planning out your attack on the spider while he's still calmed or she's still calmed.
All right, so that does a 1d4. Okay, I will line up I'll notch an arrow.
Okay,
nice.
All right.
So we're starting off with Mouse. So Mouse, roll an attack with advantage.
All right. Can I move first?
Go for it.
Okay, I want to just move right up in her little grill there. Okay.
In your vitals.
Yep. All right. 16. Let's see. And that's with dexterity. So 19 on that one. And a natural 1 on the second one. Do I get to take the 19?
Yep, get to take to 19. So
all right. I'm using my daggers, so I get 1d4 twice. I got to actually no. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. So let me do that. Let's see. 7 plus dexterity 10. 11, 14, and then 1d6 on the sneak attack. That's 5. Oh, sorry, that wasn't a d6. What am I doing here? I'm sorry, I'm rolling the wrong dice. So back up. 4 plus 3, 7. 2 plus 3, 5. And then d6. 1 plus 3,
13.
4.
Do you add your bonus to the sneak attack?
No. It's just a d6. So when you're attacking, if you're attacking with your dagger, then you roll. It's a 1d4 piercing.
Yep.
And then you add your dexterity bonus,
right?
Not your proficiency bonus. You don't add that to your damage.
That's correct. That's what I did. Yep. So I got those two. So it was a 4 plus 3. It was a 7, and then a 2 plus 3 is a 5, right? And then then 1d6, and I got a 1. So that's plus 3 for. Do I add the dexterity to that as well? The sneak attack? Okay,
No, so just a d6.
So I hit for Sorry, I wasn't writing these down. 13.
751.
Yeah, 751. Yep, 13.
Okay, so Mouse goes in there, and you see Mouse just right at the face of the spider, and just out of nowhere, just sort of like calmly looking at the spider's face, kind of like, and then suddenly two daggers just come out of nowhere and straight into both sides of the soft part of the maw, where all the juicy, gory bits and the drool is all coming out. And
yes, that's what I was hoping to hit. Yeah,
and you hear as the spider takes the damage. And next we have Luke.
Well, I have my bonus, my cunning action, so I want to dodge back out of the way so that Luke can get a good shot in. Okay.
Okay.
So you dodge back here and get out of both Body and Luke's way.
All right, and his best, channeling his best, Samwise Gamgee's "O.L. Bereth Giltoniel." All right, so that is a 10. And I get to add my spell. I get 6, but I am going to go ahead and take my inspiration. So it's a 16 so far, and inspiration of 3 for 19 total on a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Sweet. All right, and so a bolt of light shoots out from Luke's outstretched holy symbol straight towards the spider's eyes. And hits it square in its many eyes. Ooh, nice. 6, 4, 5, 15 plus. Stop rolling. I get these really good rolling dice here. Plus 3, 18 points of radiant damage.
Wow.
And this radiant bolt, again, you see these blue sparks starting to radiate out of Luke's eyes as he looks totally determined and sees and lines up a shot, and then this blue shard that you can't see the ends of it starts sparking with electricity, and sort of like from the he channels the power of Kain and blasts this light off straight towards exactly the same place that you hit, Mouse, and plows right into the face. And Jaquai standing there, claws ready, suddenly watches as the spider blasts right to the back of the wall and slams at the door and lays down dead before you even had a chance to unsheathe your claws.
Dang. Excellent.
Nice.
Okay.
Kenrath has blessed us.
Saved me 30 minutes of meditation.
And I look around at Luke with a profound expression of respect on my face.
That's his only trick that's worked, by the way, and it's worked twice. So. He hasn't done anything else impressive, but he's good with that spell.
Yeah, well, Mouse is 24 and he's easily impressed. So,
yeah, that was amazing and well planned. That was awesome, you guys.
Yeah,
all right, yeah. Nice. So that is a spell slot, and I'm a bit down on hit points. So, Colin, hit points is a short rest or a long rest?
Short rest.
And spells are long rest or short rest?
You'd have to say on the spells are definitely long rest, unless you're a wizard, and some abilities come back after a short rest. Like Jaquai was saying, his key points come back after a short rest.
Okay.
And I think, Botty, you'll have to look it up, but I think your bardic inspirations come back after a short rest, or you get at least one of them back, I think.
I wouldn't mind a short rest to gain it. I think we'll be okay with be down one spell slot, but I wouldn't mind a short rest to get these hit points back.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a long rest for bardic inspiration for Botty. So,
well, I mean,
we have time, so Mouse and I can go check out the strange thing at the back of the cave.
Yeah.
Or while Luke and Body rest.
If you two are not going to take a short rest, you can go and inspect that. But I will say that you can go and check it out before you venture further on, because a short rest is an hour, like an hour, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
that's
you
fine.
guys could explore this chamber that we're in while I'm doing a short rest, and
Yeah, I wasn't sure
then
if we could also go right back up to the entrance and have a good long rest too, if y'all want to do that. I mean, we haven't, as far as we know, we haven't tripped any triggers back and farther in the cave, so we could also do that and just recoup. But I'm good with going up with Jaquai and checking out this potentially man-made thing by the entrance to the tunnel here. That's fine as well.
okay. So I'll start my my short rest, meditation, whatever. I'll just do it in this big chamber. I'll grab a torch. Maybe make a little, put a torch in a crevice of rock or whatever, and just sit and do my short rest of meditation to grab my hit points back.
Well, there's 5 different hammocks in this room alone.
Yeah. That would stick to my armor. I don't think so.
But before I head or follow Jaquai to investigate that, I'd like to investigate the body of the big spider and see if there's anything worth taking from there. May I do this?
Yeah, you make an investigation check. Are you just doing a cursory glance over it to see if there's anything there, or are you cutting chunks off and that sort of thing?
Good question. I don't know where to get a little outside of the role play here. I don't know how you want to.
Well, that's the thing. Well, it's definitely down to what you were told, and you remember this because Luke just reminded Botty about it. You were told to leave your kills there because Zarya had put money around that if there were giant spiders in there, she wanted to harvest whatever was in there herself.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go up and start cutting pieces off,
no.
I need to know that. If you're just going to have a cursory glance and sort of like see if there's anything on it or in it that it's near its nest and inside the.
I think I'm more generally just going to look around for interesting loot around the area. Yeah, just anything that might have dropped or things that are on the floor of the cave.
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation check. And you get advantage on this.
So investigation. So that's 17, or second roll was 22.
Yeah, so you don't find anything sort of like around the local area. It's literally old drool and sort of like you get the smell of venom, sort of like that's draining out of its fangs and its eyes, and you see sort of like a numerous amounts of hairs. You have a look through some of the webbing, and it's a little bit difficult. It's definitely very, very sticky. You don't want to get too into it because you'll definitely get stuck. But around there, you find a couple of up here at the back here. You find a couple of spiders' eggs that they seem kind of fresh-ish. So they're not open, they're closed, and still sort of like kind of moistish and very warm. There's probably a couple of egg sacs just up in around this sort of area.
Are they pulsating in any way?
Well, they're warm to the touch. They're not really pulsating as if they're about to hatch or anything like that, but they're definitely warm to the touch.
Okay. All right, I'm going to note that and actually communicate that to Jaquai as well, since he's right next to me here. Jaquai, do you think we should try to destroy these egg sacs or leave them alone?
Well, probably the prudent thing to do would be to destroy them, but we could leave them and they'll hire us to come back later.
Or they'll not pay us because we didn't
get rid of all the spiders.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take a quick picture with my phone so they can see that they hadn't hatched yet.
Well, no, I'm meditating. I can't talk. Never mind.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why.
no,
I
you can hear them talking.
Okay.
Pat, do you want to roll an intelligence check for me, please?
All righty. 15.
15. Yeah, you will definitely pass over. That's let them know that spider eggs are very helpful when creating potions. They're a great ingredient for potions.
Okay, then I will take them and put them in my backpack if I can do that.
That's something the person wanted for themselves who are hiring us.
I don't
Yeah,
think
too.
so.
No, if they ask, we can say, "Oh yeah, we brought them back for you."
There you go. Good story. Stick with that.
Yeah. So you'd have to cut them open to try and get the spider's eggs out.
Okay, so maybe I misunderstood. So the Nenya, is it? Was the or am I getting it? No, that's the one in Riften. I forget her name. Anyway,
Zarya is the
Zarya.
alchemist.
Okay, and she wanted everything left, or just the bodies?
Yes,
Of the
she
spiders?
said leave what you kill, so because she wants to use what's in there, and she's somebody who puts money up for the adventurers to be able to do this job.
And what you kill.
While you were talking, you were sort of like saying, "Oh, there's some spiders' eggs here. They're still warm." And Luke overheard you, and he's just pointed out that spider eggs are used in creating alchemy. Alchemy ingredients.
I guess I'm being the lawyer and saying, leave what you kill. Does this qualify? No.
But you're talking to them, not me. So
Yeah. No, I yes. Okay.
At the very least, we can take them out of the pods because we don't want them to hatch.
Okay.
They're still good as alchemical ingredients after they've been out of the pods.
So, Jaquai, your counsel is that we take them, but give them to the alchemist when we get back to town.
Yeah, and just tell them that we didn't want
we didn't want them to
hatch.
We were in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. That seems prudent. We will do that.
Okay. Make a survival check. Are you watching Jaquai, or are you helping him as he's taking these spider pods apart?
I'll help him.
So roll a survival check with advantage, Mouse.
20, not a natural, 17 plus 3, and same roll again.
Yeah, so easy enough. From the first pod, you get about, I would say about 7 spider's eggs from. The second one, you get 12 spider eggs from. So you've got a total of 19 spider's eggs.
Okay. Let's see, where can I stick that in my 19 spiders eggs? Okay. All right, so Jaquai and I are continuing to investigate the opening, or actually we should move. Where do we need to move to see this man-made item?
It was around about this sort of area.
Okay.
So,
are we? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was.
Yeah, we don't have to follow the map. We can just.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I could walk through the web or under it or what, but okay. So
yeah, you can avoid it, but we don't have to sort of like. Okay.
But it's fun to move the little guys around.
Yeah.
So, so Mike, the two of you are there. So, Jaquai got there first. So, Jaquai, would you want to make an investigation check with advantage?
So, which modifier helps with this?
Intelligence. Roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
You mean subtract my intelligence?
Yes.
So I rolled a 17. So with my -1 intelligence for my religious proclivities, it's a 16.
Amazing. 16, yeah, easy enough. You actually seen something similar to this a few days ago in Haldir's Cairn. This seems to be some sort of Nordic stonework carved, but actually this one has some writing on it. It's laid down flat along the ground, and there's it's definitely words. It's in a language that you have no idea what it is, and neither do you, Mouse. You can't recognize it either. But it's definitely ancient Nord, and it's definitely writing of some kind.
Nerding out.
Can we pick it up? Or is it too?
Ooh, you would have to. Definitely for one person, it's too heavy, and it's also in the ground as well. So half of it's inside the ground. So you would have to have the pair of you together would have to work together and have a pretty good strength check to be able to get it out.
All right, so we'll have to get Luke up there to see if he can read it, but he probably hasn't finished his meditation yet.
No, it's probably only been about 20 minutes.
Yeah. So should we?
If you want to, we could just fast forward until the hour's up.
In the music
You guys
play
can
while
go back and just say sort of like while he's there meditating and just sort of like looking at him, staring at him, sort of like so go right up to his nose and see if he moves and stuff.
Yeah. Poke.
When I hear talk about ancient Nord writing, it's hard not to break my rest. But I'm gonna tough it out.
That's up to them. They're if they're going to start talking about it right to your face. I mean, they could walk up and give you a kick and say, "Look, we fucking found something."
No, I think we're already up there. We're at the mouth of this tunnel. I think at least that we should try to look and see what perhaps Jaquai can see with his dark vision before we head back to.
Since we're already up here.
Yeah.
So roll a perception check, Jaquai. Because there's no light in here, you're going to have to roll it with disadvantage. You do have dark vision, but it is with disadvantage because it's still really dark, and it's you can only see in black and white.
So you're saying it's dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just checking.
Oh. Well. I rolled a 9.
Torch is right behind us, only about 15 feet.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of them in my backpack too.
I don't want to throw a torch in there yet in case there's something in there. Yeah.
It's a pretty long tunnel. It's pretty dark. You do see some rubble lying on the floor. It seems like it's like cave walls, but there's definitely more of it's more squared than the rest of the cave that you're in. It's starting to square up, as in it's more man-made than it is like a natural cave. So all you see is that as you're looking down it, it starts to shape up to be more of a square shape, and there's some rubble lying across on the floor.
Are there any carvings on the man-made?
He can't see that.
Can't see.
He can only
okay.
But he can make out shapes.
Okay. Well, Jaquai, should we light a torch, and since we're both fairly sneaky, or should we just try to just sort of sneak down a little closer before we light a torch and see if we can see anything more?
See how far we can make it.
All right. So how far are we going to go? How far? I'm sorry. How far we're away? Was this area of potentially man-made or whatever made stuff?
I would say about. You can't see to the end of the tunnel because it gets too dark. You can just see it goes into blackness.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Jaquai could see it's kind of squaring off about 25 or 30 foot in. It starts to square itself out before it loses it in the darkness.
Okay, so we can,
and you can see rubble on the floor ahead of him.
Is it still a straight tunnel, or is it curving in one way or the other?
From what you can see, all you can see is it goes straight down.
Straight down. Okay. So should we could move like 20 to 25 feet. That way we can still have a chance to dash back if we need to. Does that sound prudent, Jaquai?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll sneak down.
Both of you roll stealth checks, please.
Natural 20.
Nice.
And I am, let's see, 18.
All right. So, give me 1 second. So, how far are you moving down?
I think we'd like to move just far enough that we can dash back into the main cave if we need to. So 25 or 30 feet max. Does that sound right, Jaquai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so. And yeah, so I move down, make another perception check, please.
20 again.
Whoa.
Good thing I bought these weighted dice. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that?
And so through 15 for me.
Okay. So yeah, you start seeing this tunnel. It's very squared off. It's starting to look more as in a corridor, and along the floor you see loads of rubble that's starting to appear. I'm going to move you so you can see it.
It's all black. Oh, it's a load screen.
Find these in all the caves.
That's terrible.
So you two have entered from here. Oh, wait. Entered from there. And you're currently about here.
Okay. But we're still about 30 feet from the previous
entrance. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So that's what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So yeah, so you're about there.
Okay.
In that sort of area. Just on the walls here at the side, they're starting to square off here.
Mm-hmm.
And just along the floor, all around here, is covered with rubble that seems to have fallen down from the ceiling. You look up at the roof, and where it would be the same as what the walls are, it's just open, sort of like cave roughness. So it looks like whatever's up there has just fallen down.
Can we hear anything?
You cannot, no.
Well, seems to me at this point we've probably spent enough time, and perhaps our priest of Kinnereth friend has finished his meditation. We can go back and see if he can translate that stone.
Because if we go any further, we're going to have to light a torch.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, is it possible that Jaquai could see a little farther just from where we are, or is it just too pitch black at this point?
Literally all he sees is the size of the walls and rubble on the floor. There's actually isn't anything really to see. It's kind of like just darkness with the walls and everything. Yeah, he doesn't see anything more.
Okay, so I'm going to whisper, let's go back, and I'm going to grab onto the material of his cloak while he leads me back, because I can't see anything.
Yeah. Watch out for that rock.
Damn. That hurt.
Typical cat leading him right into the wall.
So you can make it all back and sit around for a bit.
Right. So yeah. Having heard in the back of his mind chatter about ancient Nordic script, you've never seen somebody spring out of a short rest so quickly. So yeah. Once if we're just waiting, that's what I'll do. I guess we'll need to I'll grab one of the torches, obviously, so I can see, and go back.
There's still one up about 10 or 15 feet away from this. If the one in the middle of the big web is still lit, then there's one there as well. If it didn't burn up the web.
Yeah. All right, so I'll take a look now. Just can you just? Sorry, I was meditating. The writing is on a separate stone, or is it on? It's
a stone that's lying across the floor. If you give me 1 second, grow nuts, and have a look at it. You can actually read what it says. Some of it's faded, but it's been very well carved and very deeply carved. And what you read is Ragtime the Long-Sighted.
Interesting.
Ragtime. And I'll just say it out loud for everybody. So and that's it, just the name.
Yep, it's you know that's a very not a very common, but it's definitely an ancient Nord name. It's a very common Nord name from ancient times. Let's see.
I do have a history proficiency, so I'll search my mind to see if it's a specific ragtime that I might know something about.
Roll a history check. It would have to be pretty high, though.
All right. Oh, it almost was a 20, but then it bounced to 7, which is an 11. So 11 with my modifiers.
11. Yeah, all you know is that it is a Nord name. It's pretty old now. It's a pretty old name, but you don't recognize it from history. You don't remember ever reading anything about somebody called Ragtime the Long-Sighted.
Since I've lived here for a long time, can I also roll a check for that to see if I know anything about it? Or is that not something I'm...
No, it's not really anything that you would have.
No, I have
learned. You wouldn't have studied it. You wouldn't have. He would have probably run across it when he was reading and learning ancient Nord. Yeah. He really wouldn't have run across it.
No, I was just wondering if there was any legends or something. Yeah, okay, no, that's fine. So the next question I have for my compatriots is: we didn't hear anything, or Jaquai and I are going to report that we walked down the tunnel about 30, 40 feet or so and saw what we saw and didn't hear. So the question is, have we dispatched the spiders? Should we go back for our reward? Or should we continue in and investigate Ragtime the Long-Sighted?
I'm game to press on. I took a rest for this.
Okay. I'm game as well.
Proceed.
We need to see if there's any more spiders.
That's true. Go. Yeah, we really should, I guess. Although I kind of doubt it. With the broodmother was out here, so chances are we've finished with the spiders, and might find something worse along the way. And Mouse would like to excuse himself because he drank a lot of water on the way up here, and he really kind of needs to go back outside the cave for a second.
Thank you for downloading this edition of Skyrim 10 AD. Email the show at skyrim10ad@gmail.com. For more information, please visit asapodcasting.com, where you will find a Skyrim Addict podcast, the Fallout feed, and our Amazon link, which benefits the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Find our social media in the show notes. Thanks for listening.